Why? Hello and welcome everybody. Also, good morning. On a side note, the YouTube campaign run for this league is done. It's about 5.5 hours long. It'll be uploaded probably tonight slash tomorrow morning, so you guys can get started following along. But today, we have a very special post that just popped up from GGG. So, today they have revealed a new gem. It is a transfigured gem called Searing Bond of Detonation. And more specifically, it is the first burning skill. You can see here by this line here, burning, and then you can see the fire damage per second here. It is the first new burning oriented skill that has come out in a long time, a very long time. Now, more importantly, I know there's a lot of moving things going around here. We're just going to compare some stuff. If you take a look at Fire Trap versus Searing Bond of Detonation. So, Searing Bond of Detonation is a level 20 gem that has 2,513 base damage. And Fire Trap, if you look here, has 2,566 burning damage, or base fire. Now, one thing that's important to note is both of these scale with Righteous Fire. If you read them, the modifiers to spell damage, this key line right here, this is on both this one and on the Searing Bond, right? So they both scale very well. The reason we always take Fire Trap over other skills that have similar scaling is because Fire Trap is an initial hit that can also ignite. None of these other burning-oriented skills can ignite, such as Scorching Ray. The advantage, however, of this interesting skill is that burning damage applied by detonation deals 30% more damage per totem detonated. And the reason this is important is two things. Number one, you have +1 max totem limit, right? Per power charge. You have 3 power charges by default, so that's 4. And then the multi-totem support specifically, right, makes it so you have an extra 2 max, so that's 6 totem limit, and you summon 2 totems instead of 1. You do less damage, but you get a big totem count, and then the skill's realistic to use because you are now summoning 2 totems, so 2, 4, 6, instead of summoning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Now, the reason I bring light to this skill is a few reasons. Number one, a lot of players want to use something that is not Fire Trap. A lot of people want to get away from Fire Trap. I suspect that the new Searing Bond of Detonation will actually be really good for a long time. I would say it's maybe going to compete with Fire Trap, maybe even better, up until you get a proper Fire Trap helmet. More so, I want to try this out because it's something new. And how often do we get new skills for RF? I'll answer that for you. Never. So, this is just a cool thing. Now, one thing about it is it's going to have a base summon time of, I'm guessing, 0.5. I think the cast time is for them to use the actual Searing Bond, which doesn't really matter. But you can essentially force detonate them when you hit your totem limit. So just to confirm here, summon a totem that casts a beam of fire at you and each other totem you control, dealing burning damage to enemies caught in the beam. Enemies near either end of the beam will also suffer burning damage. Reaching maximum active totem count will cause all totems from this skill to detonate, applying the same burning damage for a duration. And that is what we want to do, is we want to force detonate, because nobody wants to play a mini game when they're playing Path of Exile. You don't want to be like, click, click, how many do I have? Click. You just want to, boom, 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 dead, right? Now, one thing to note is we can really quickly boot up Path of Exile. I should have done this ahead of time, my bad. Just to show an example of how this is going to feel. So I'm just going to take one of my characters really quickly. Let's just mute this for now. Let's go to my hideout. And what we're going to go ahead and do is... Actually, wait, do I have a different character? It'd be better if I had, like, this one right here. Oh, these are all such old builds because they don't have the full life mastery. Not used to seeing all my old builds. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy the multi-totem support, which is right. Multi-totem? Are you serious? It's not counting my currency? Standard, why? Why must you do this? Standard, how do I have a divine but no Alcorp? That's actually crazy. That's so crazy. Here we go. Okay. Let's grab our multi-totem support. Let's go ahead and grab our Searing Bond. Okay, now I'm going to just take out these gems here, and we're going to do a quick example showcase of how the skill would feel under generic gameplay. So, 1, 2, and 3. So here is the default cast time. It's pretty slow. It's not very ideal because you'd have to do 1, 2, 3, and that's a little yucky. Now, thankfully, quality on multi-totem is actually placement speed, which means now we could get bonus placement speed by doing this. That's 10%. So now the 10% will feel a little better. Okay. Then what we can do is, because if you follow how my current RF builds are, we like to do full life mastery swap. And full life mastery swap means we are located right here on our passive tree, which means we can take 30% totem duration, 15 placement speed, along with 30 placement speed, so 45%. Now this is how it feels. Much better. And whereas that may seem a little weird, you would just be 1, 2, 3, detonate. Like that was it, right? 1, 2, 3, detonate. And honestly, that's kind of similar to literally throwing a fire trap and having to wait. Because you throw the fire trap, and you got to wait for the explode to happen. So I'm definitely going to try it. It also has a base radius, and we do scale AoE on our build, so I'm curious how big the AoE is going to be. It also has place in our regular Elder Helm. Not something like this, but if you guys are familiar with our build, right? We can run Conk Effect, we can run Burning Damage, and you can get more Elemental from an Essence. So that's already 3 big mods. So definitely curious to see how the new totem support works. I'm really curious. One big potential problem would be the totems instantly dying. But remember, we do have Hinokora. We're clearing with RF. This would just be for a specific target. It's not like you're going into every single pack and you're doing this, right? That'd be a little bit obnoxious gameplay in my eyes. Anyway, though, I just want to tease that with you guys because that's kind of a cool post. I do also want to bring some nice attention to this, which is basically the quality is burning damage applied by detonation deals 10% more damage per totem detonated. Very cool stuff in my opinion. So anyway, I'm going to catch you guys later. I'll take the Reddit thread and link it down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think, if anyone else is excited to try this out. I do want to state that there are some, some wishy-washy things where basically if you have a helmet like this, Fire Trap's probably going to be better. It's also easier to target a 21 Righteous Fire, a 21 Fire Trap than it is an alternate quality gem. Either way, it's still going to be fun to experiment and just kind of figure out like how it plays out. So catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all on League launch.